Hello. With this video I want to show you how you can build an own update for DLC cars where we have only the possibility to do that with the upgrades INI. To that we have access. All other files are encrypted, so we cannot modify them. Okay, I will show an example with a Porsche 992, and I will completely deactivate the gear protection. That I don't like it at all. I want to shift when I want, and I'm not alone with this opinion. So I will show you how you can do that. But you can of course modify all other values in the physics file, in the HDV file. But because we don't know the original values, it is a bit difficult in some cases, but it's doable. Okay. Yes, I think you all know how the gear protection works. Yes, you are limited to some RPM in different gears that allows you to shift or not. And yes, I want to show you how you can make an update for this car. With that you can deactivate that gear, so-called gear protection. So at first I go to the folder to the installed folder where the Porsche is. And here is the Porsche 992 GT3 Cap 2022. That are the current versions. And yes, you have usually in the lower version number the encrypted mask file, and in the higher number the unencrypted mask file. To that we have access, and that also contains the upgrades INI for this car. So we will open that. We use the mask tool to do that. That is stored in the folder support and tools. Here the mask 2 exe. And at first we want to extract the upgrades INI file. So we open that mask file, and I still sort it by type. You can see here it is, and I extract it to the desktop. Okay, there it is. If you do such things, I always would recommend to create a new folder scheme for your updates if you make more, to keep all the things that you have. That makes it easier to update them later if the original version gets updated. Because if that happens, let's say Studio 397 will update this mod maybe once more time, and you get other version numbers here, you have to adapt your update also to this new version numbers then. So let's say I create a new folder here, my updates, and let's use the name from the car here for the first subfolder in it. And then this subfolder for the this modification. So then I move the upgrades into that folder and open it, and as you can see, there's nothing in it. So we don't have to take care for anything. Okay, as said, I want to deactivate the gear protection, and I've taken this example because if you visit my online tools site, I will put a link in the description later, you can get the full entry that you have to use from this site. You can go to the section for vehicle modding, and here's the last green button, add new functions to your HDV file, push to pass, gear protection, and so on. Click on this, and now we want to get only the entries, so I check this checkbox, I want the entries only, and click upload the file. Then I select gear protection here. Now you can see here is a basic set of files that you would use in the HDV file, but because we want to have it for the upgrades ini, yes, you can format it for the upgrades ini here. Check this checkbox too, and I've added also an option with that you get the full set or a full set for the upgrades ini, and this looks like this. And when you move the mouse over it, the whole set gets marked in blue. Right click on it and say copy, then go to the upgrades ini and paste it here. Okay, let me say a few words to the scheme of upgrades. It's almost always the same. You have the upgrade type, where you can give it any name that you want. In this case, I gave the name shift protection, and the upgrade type covers the whole upgrade. And now you have the possibility to add options that is always labeled with upgrade level. Every option has to put in this section, and you can see from this bracket to this bracket, that is the upgrade level off. This is the first upgrade option, and the other one, it contains only the description and is covered by these two brackets, and so this is the second option. In this case it's easy because the upgrade level on, as you can see, has no entry, because if there's nothing, the original HDV entries get used. And with this scheme here, we overwrite the HDV entries. And I would recommend to always use this scheme where you start with an empty entry, simply HDV is and nothing behind of it, and then the next line has to show this section in the HDV, which in this case is gear protection. You can, or better, you know that as the HDV contains different sections, as you can see here, general, or here, pit menu, and you have to always name these sections in the second line, that the game knows where you want to change something. And yes, as you can see, all entries have to have this HDV and is sign in front of the HDV entry. And let me use a simple example here. Yes, when you want to change the AI bump stop, you can copy that line here, put it here, and simply write HDV is in front of it. That's it. Now this upgrade line will override the HDV line. And another thing is that the AI will always use the first option as long as there's no track configs any or fixed upgrades, but in the normal use, if only the upgrades any is there, the first option is the one that gets used from the AI. So now we have done what is needed here already. We have the whole entry in the upgrades ini, so we can save it. Okay, and now we will create a mass file. Create new mass file here in the tool and add files to mass archive. And now we go to our folder and pick the modified upgrades ini. Then we click on create the mass file. And I call it 992 no gear protect. Okay. Yes, okay, you can see the mass file was created here. Now we can already start to create the update rFCMP file. To do that, we go to this open box here, create the package file, and create single component package. Yes, yeah. Some error messages because I have some mods made here already. Yes, if you have made a modification for this mod already, you have to use that here. If, you normally have this entry for that mod here then, and if you don't want to do that, yes, you have to go to your the app data folder and subfolder roaming, where you can find the CMP info dat and CMP info bug that. It said if you don't want to overwrite anything, back up these two in the subfolder here. You can see I've made it here for several cases, and yes, move it into that folder that you have no CMP info dat and back that here anymore, and then start the tool again, so you get an empty file. Okay, in this case I have no update for this Porsche, so I say add new component. Now I go to the installed folder again, go to the higher version number folder and open the MFT file there. This is this one. And you have to use the exact same name that is written here. Copy that and paste it here. Now you have it written here, and now we tell the the tool where the file shall be stored. Usually you put that into your packages folder, rFactor 2 packages, and I give it the name, the same name, and say it's version. What did we have? Okay, call it version 1.11. 1.11. Oh, no gear prot. Yes, I leave it a little bit shorter. Okay. Then I do the same here. 1.11. No. Yes, the new version number is no gear protect, and that's very important. You have to check update from here, and here put in the original version number, that is 1.11. Yes, type is vehicle. You can put some info here if you want. I always add my name, my nickname in the forum. And here I say deactivates the gear detection. Okay. Then click OK. And now we have to add the mass file that shall be used. Select it and open, that it appears here. Okay, now we have everything already. We can say package. It says component packaging complete with no errors. And yes, you can install it from here if you want, but I have it with tracks always, that if I do it here, the MFT file from this version to that I update gets emptied, and if you don't care for that before you click install in the mass tool here, you have to delete that and let it install fresh by the game. So yeah, don't install it here, simply click done, and then open the game. Okay, here's the original car. I want to make a short demonstration. Okay, I can shift upwards, but only to the third gear. Maybe you hear the gear protection signal. I try to shift now. I try to shift it in the fourth. Now I shift down to the second. No chance. I cannot shift. Okay. Now go to the content and settings, manage content, and it's local content. And you can scroll down to the not installed packages, and here it is. Porsche 992 GT3 Cab 2020 111 no gear. Okay, there it is. Mark it and install it. Okay, now we can see that the version has changed here too. Now we have the 1.11 no gear prot version here. Okay. As you can see, I can shift 6th gear, 5th gear, 4th gear, 3rd gear, 2nd gear, 1st gear. Oh. Backwards gear, reverse gear. Yeah, I can shift without problems through all gears now, so the gear protection is completely deactivated. Okay, that it was so far. Yeah, as said, you can overwrite all HDV entries in the upgrades any, and you can always do it with the cockpit entry, cockpit info any entries, and if mods use the old SFX file for the sound, you can always also update that. So you have some options to modify something with that method. Okay, as said, I will leave the link to my online tool site in the description of this video, and if you have questions or problems with it, you can contact me in the forum, or there's also a email address on the tools website that is here. You can contact me by mail directly. Okay, that it was. Bye bye.